Hello, pals. We're back for another Marvel Legends review. This time, I'm cooking up something a little different. This is something that I pre-ordered as soon as I saw it available, and I think when I talked about the animated series Cyclops, I might have mentioned how X-Men is probably my favorite section of the Marvel universe. I'm a big X-Men fan. If I've ever shown off my collection, most of it is X-Men characters. So anytime there's a new X-Men release, I am in there. And this one was so exciting. It was one of the original Toy Biz figures that they never actually remade on the Hasbro line, and I think it's one of the ones that people have been requesting for a while. And when we got the Mojo release back in the Hasbro Pulse 3-pack, and then that one that just showed up randomly in Targets, strangely. People were wondering, like, long shots on there. You got another Dazzler on there, Chibi Wolverines on there, but you're missing a pretty big Mojo character. And who is that character? But none other than Spiral. Here, check that out. My camera will focus on that. So Spiral, weird character. So my history with Spiral pretty much only exists with Marvel vs. Capcom. I believe she was in the first one, but I know she was in the second one. So if you don't mind me taking you for a ride a bit, but Spiral was one of the characters I used a lot. I was big into Spiral, Captain America, Doctor Doom, and Sentinel. Those are my big three. I didn't want to play as Cable. Everyone played as Cable, and they cheesed, and I was like, I can't be that guy. So I couldn't play Cable. But I did play Spiral, and it was fun. And I always wondered, like, who is this character? Similar to, like, Marrow in the game, I didn't really know who Spiral was. But I've done some research on her since, and I've read books with her since. She was in the Chris Anka designed Uncanny X-Force, which kind of followed Rick Remender's original Uncanny X-Force. I think that was a I don't want to lie and pretend I remember who the writer was. But that was a fun series. It had like Psylocke as a team leader. Spiral has been in. There was a more recent long shot short miniseries. I would think maybe 3 or 4 years ago. That was kind of fun, and she was in that. But Spiral is a character coming all the way back from 1985. It was an Ann Nocenti and a Art Adams creation. I believe Art Adams drew a whole bunch of weird character designs for people that would be pursuing Longshot in the Longshot series in 1985. And she was one of the designs, but he never really came up with a backstory for her. So Nocenti kind of built that up. She was a stunt woman that was kidnapped by her future self, brought to the Mojoverse, and then given cybernetic enhancements. So, like, I don't even think she's a mutant, for all I know. Feel free to check me if I'm wrong on that. But it's such a weird character history and such a weird design that you gotta love her. It's a great character, even like the little horns on top. So I'm super excited to crack this open, and the retro packs are just so nice. I never want to break these open, but we gotta see what's inside. We gotta see how all 6 of those arms are working. So yeah, let's open this up and see what we got.
Select your heroes. Select your assist type. Select your assist type. Select your assist type.
Here she is in all of her glory. This is Spiral herself. And right off the gate, I gotta say, the thing that jumped out to me as soon as I opened her up there's a lot of things that jumped out to me, quite literally. But the first thing is that the paint that she has on her, it's not that like kind of gooey paint on the older Marvel Legends. It really feels like a modern figure. It's got the more matte finish that kind of has a grip to it, so it's not kind of sliding in and out of your hands. It's you kind of get that in the plastic in the helmet and the shoulder pads here, but the actual outfit she has, that's really good. She's got this long white hair in the back, this belt piece with a whole bunch of Liefeld-esque pouches here. She's got like cargo pants. They're not jeans, and they're definitely not apple bottom jeans, but she does have the boots with the fur. But it is really cool to kind of see her here. This, man, I like everything about this figure so far. The helmet has a nice sheen to it, so it kind of gives off that kind of metallic look to it. But the arms, man, like they did an insanely good job hiding where all those arms are. You can't even really tell that she's got this kind of hunched back here, because it's hidden behind her hair and the shoulder pads, and it gives her room to kind of fit all 6 of those arms in. Each of those arms too is double jointed, so it's got the double jointed elbows, so you can actually hit some crazy poses with it, which is honestly, it's just needed at this point, especially with the new female body types that we have for the figures. It's cool to see them use a little more articulation in these newer figures. She comes with 2 extra hands, one of the extra silver hands here for the middle arm there, and this extra open palm. Kind of a bummer that the extra hands are only, I guess it would be left hands for both of them, but minor bummer, because you can just, if you're collecting, you might have extra hands. Will you have 3-fingered hands? I don't know. So that's, I just realized she has 3 fingers. So, all right. But the other thing that jumped out to me is all of that accessories. You don't see a lot of them in Marvel Legends lately. The thing I think of is Speedball, who I'm a big Speedball guy, and I still haven't picked him up yet because he doesn't come with anything. He comes with literally just the Build-A-Figure piece for the controller, which is a super bummer. But like, Spiral comes with a weapon for each hand, 6 different weapons. Comes with 4 different katanas, so my Elektra is going to be eating good. This Asgardian-esque sword here, like I can see Sif wielding this. I don't even know what. Is it a glaive, I guess? Like a war glaive? I play Warcraft, so that kind of tracks. But yeah, I don't know what this is. But that's great. Like, other figures don't come with anything. I opened up Sentry earlier, last week. He came with some extra hands that didn't really fit him because they were trigger fingers. And he came with an extra head. I don't think Spiral even needs an extra head. I mean, you have the extra hair, so that probably, there's some logistic issues there. But the Spiral is not an emotive character. She doesn't need the extra head, but the extra weapons, that's what she needs. Like, part of me wants to just get a whole bunch of Fortnite figures and just give her this weird armory, because I feel like that's what she would have in the Mojoverse, just weird weapons. So you can have I think there's a lot of fun to be had with her. Yeah, I'm just really liking this figure. You can even see like the cloth here kind of stretching itself out. Extra pockets on the side. She's got a lot of pockets. I mean, she's an 85 creation, but she's sticking with the 90s there with all the pouches and pockets. The helmet, it's got the rivets on top here. The face, the eyes, it's a solid figure. Let me see what it looks like if I'm just going to cut it and then give her all the weapons, just show her what she looks like with all the weapons on. All right, there she is with all of her weapons. Look at all that. Jeez. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapons on one character for Marvel Legend too. Look at Sting / Longshot over here. He's got a dagger and a couple of throwing knives. He stands 0 chance. Yeah, this Spiral is it's so good. It's so good. Even though the boots are pretty much the more recent Sabretooth first appearance kind of that thing, that's fine. The blue is perfect. The ab crunch is still there, so you can really hit some cool things with her. I'm thinking of almost like a whirling dervish type kind of spinning pose I'm gonna get her in. I have a couple of dioramas coming up, so I'm excited to use those. But yeah, this is just so good. Look at that. I'm just thinking of that Captain America summoning Emma Frost thing right now. I'll just throw that in the in the video if you can get that reference. Yeah, I'm super happy about this. So let's give her a review. All right, so that's Spiral for you. I'll zoom in on her. I'm in love with this figure. Like, I know there was hype around it. I think overseas people got it before the year's end a lot sooner. I'm thinking of like Dan Hu and Displaying Model Behavior, Dave over there. People were praising this one. And honestly, I was like, oh, it's Spiral. I don't have the most familiarity with her. How cool can it be? If I had gotten this within 2022, this probably would have been my figure of the year. It is awesome. Yeah, I mean, if my scale was out of 6, I'd give her 6 arms out of 6. But I only have 5, so I'm gonna give her 5 arms out of 5. I think this should be the standard for Marvel Legends by Hasbro. I don't know who there is a huge Spiral fan, but there's a lot of work and love that went into this. And yeah, this is a great figure. It makes me even feel like I was justified in getting that Mojoverse box set. Because like now I can get like a whole Mojo team going on. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I'm excited for it. So if you guys like Spiral, if you guys are interested in it, let me know what your opinions are. If there are any other Marvel Legends that are coming out, I have another order coming in soon, so I'm pretty excited about that. Other pal on the show, Sean Bartley, is going to be very excited for what I have planned. But yeah, let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. Write a little comment down there. If you like what I do, you like hearing me fumble over words, watch us on the Comics Pals live streams. That's every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll do a little graphic on one of these corners here. 6 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday for Pals Pulls, which is our weekly comic book discussion, where we pick usually 4, sometimes 5 books every week to talk about. And then Saturdays at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Time, come grab a coffee, pour a nice bowl of cereal. Always cereal first, then milk. Don't be crazy. And join us for a weekly morning comics discussion about comic news, comic book TV news, comic book show news, sometimes video games. If there's toy news, I will try to get that in there, but we'll see. So yeah, join us for that. I'd appreciate any kind of subscription or follow. That'd be great. But until next time, we'll see you. Bye-bye.